We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys, Daniel Jones of the Giants.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out, take the ball away from the other team, and give you a few extras.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. Two-time Pro Bowler.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Prescott looks to throw right away. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Zeke from last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Complete to Keelan Cole. And an 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cowboys.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as Edward falls to the ground. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Running with Elliott. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the side.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation for the Giants.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. On play action, they'll throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott out to Cole on the right side. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Nice move at the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Prescott on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott now. He'll get this to Elliott. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. So graduate the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now out come the Giants. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Jones. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A final shot before break. Jones. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now Jones. A final shot before break.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Justin Herbert, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run in the victory. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Inside give to Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott to throw it. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. A nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And come out now. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oh, good move. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Again, it's Taylor. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That good for 22 and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And New York set to take the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Taylor. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. The throw by Taylor here, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. 116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
6-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Cowboy 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the Cowboys, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.